Okay guys, so today we're going to be making a female robot resin kit titled Orga from the 1980s anime film Space Firebird. Okay guys, so this one is a private commission. So I have to tell you the truth, I've never actually seen the film, but I have seen the clips that he wants me to model this on. So basically, yeah, it was made in 1980, and it was a film called Phoenix 2772, and then when it came to the West, it was retitled Space Firebird. I believe it was written by this gentleman. I'm sorry, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that because I'll probably butcher it. And the film was directed by Taku Sagiyama. So I'm sorry if I've butchered that as well. I'm really sorry if I have. But anyway, getting back to the kit, private commission. And this character is called Orga, or sometimes she's known as Olga, depends where in the world you come from. But for over here, I believe it's Orga, and she's a female robot helper. Which in the short clip that I've seen, she originally turns up as this part here, which is like a backpack, and then the backpack transforms into various different things, which one of them, well, the main one is this female robot. So let's have a look at the parts. Okay, so we start with the main body or torso. So as you can see there is a bit of a seam line running down both sides, which is usually typical of this kind of kit. There is a little bit of a sticky patch here, which I'm hoping doesn't affect the paintwork. So once I do a bit of sanding, and hopefully the dust will dry that out maybe. So we'll see. So then we've got her right arm. So that's not too bad. And the left arm. The right leg. Left leg. And then we've got the face. So very simple, I suppose. And then we've got the front part of the hair. And then we've got the main hair itself. This is probably the most detailed part, I suppose. And then we have the backpack. So yeah, should be pretty much straightforward build. Now I do believe the client has asked me if I can make a bit of a diorama on that first introduction scene from the film. Okay guys, so stay tuned and we'll see how we get on. And to start off, I'm thinking about white priming all these parts. Okay guys, so now that we've gone ahead and we've added a white prime to all the main key parts, I'm going to go in and I'm going to start using some Humbrol number 61 regular flesh colour, and I'm going to add some basic flesh tones. Okay guys, so for the next part I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spray paint the hair a yellow base coat. Okay guys, so for the next part I'm going to go in with a really fine drill bit and I'm going to drill in some holes that are connecting to the main parts, or being able to pin them together, and I'm going to do that with a little bit of thin wire, so it should help it make it more sturdy. Okay guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this leg in place first, and then I'm going to try and use some milliput or Waves epoxy to fill the seam in, and then I'll work on the other leg. Okay, so for the next part I've gone ahead and I've mixed up some Waves epoxy, part A, part B together, and what I'm going to do is there's a bit of a gap here underneath the armpits, as you can see there, so those need to be filled out. So it's easier to do that now before we go ahead and we glue everything in place. So I'll take the arms back off, and then the idea is just put a little bit in this bit, a little bit in that, push it back in, and then use a scalpel to cut away any extruding bits of clay. Okay guys, so as you can see there, that is looking a lot better. So there's a little bit of a gap on this leg here, so I'm going to use a little bit of this Waves to fill that in as well, and then once that's done we'll just leave that to harden. Okay guys, so for the next part we've got these little tiny bits here which is really thin, and these are supposed to be like they're supposed to go over the kneecap area there, but as you can see here where it's been moulded into the resin, that is quite a big chunky bit of resin there. So I'm going to try and cut that off. I'm going to try and smooth it down, and then I'm going to use a little tiny bit of milliput on the underside and then push it into place, and then hopefully we'll have a perfect connection. Okay guys, we'll leave that to dry. Okay guys, so now that the hair has been given a base coat of yellow, for the next part what I'm going to do is I'm going to super glue this head in place and then leave it to dry, and then I can go ahead and I can add this part in place first, and then hopefully we can add a few highlights to the hair. Okay guys, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try and super glue this in place. Now the reason why I'm having to do this all together in one piece is because this hair overlaps the body, and if I glued this flat to this, then when I later pushed it in place, it wouldn't fit over the body, not unless I grinded a huge amount of air off the back. So I'm hoping that this will be stuck in place and will help bridge this gap, and then we can make this fit a little bit better later on. So yeah, wish me luck. Okay guys, on second thoughts, I'm going to have to glue it as is and fill that gap in a little bit better, and then maybe grind a little bit of this down so I can see as I'm to top up a lot of this yellow. Yeah, it's the only way I can think of doing it. So yeah, so I'll leave this to dry. Okay guys, so as you can see there, that's as best as I can get it for now. So it does fit in place and it does fit flush with the back, but obviously there's a little part of road here. So for the next part, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix some milliput and put it in on either side, push it into place, and then try and sculpt some of the missing detail back. Leave it to dry and then repaint it. Okay guys, so I've gone ahead and I've mixed a little bit of Abe's epoxy modelling clay, part A's and part B together, equal measures. And I've just gone ahead with a scalpel and just scored in a little zigzag pattern on the inside of the resin, so that way the clay has got something to hold on to. So yes, I'm just going to push the clay in and then try and push the body in and try to sculpt some of the missing pattern of the hair. Okay guys, so go ahead and I'll leave that harden, and then we'll revisit that in a later date. Okay, so this leg is now being glued, and a little tiny bit of Abe's put in the seam line there. So now is a good opportunity to go ahead and glue the next leg. Okay guys, we'll just go ahead and we'll just leave this to dry. Okay guys, so for the next part I need to add this. Now you get this with the kit and it's just like a strip of cardboard, and with this backpack there actually was like a handle that goes from here, then goes up, then it's a bit straight, and then it goes down, and then it goes to here. So before I go ahead and I start adding more intricate paint, I need to glue this in its relevant place. Okay guys, so we'll leave that to dry. Okay guys, so for the next part, now I went ahead and I added this strap, but as you can see it's just cardboard, so it's a bit flimsy. So in order to add a little tiny bit of strength, I'm going to coat it with a bit of super glue. Okay guys, we'll leave that to dry and then I'll add a little bit underneath. Okay guys, so for the next part I'm going to start laying some base colour for the hair, and for this I'm going to use a bumblebee yellow from Wilco's. Okay guys, so for the next part, these main key parts seem to be like a coppery colour. So what I'm going to do, instead of just go straight in with copper, I'm going to go in with a base coat of a dark brown, leave that to dry, and then we can go over it with copper at a later stage. Okay guys, so for the next part I'm going to go in with some like a coppery gold colour, and I'm going to start laying some base coats to the armour parts. Okay guys, so now that the metallic gold undercoat is dried, we can go ahead with the more natural colour, which is this stuff here. So it's basically just acrylic red mixed in with a bunch of copper to make it like a metallic-y kind of red colour. So once that's been given a couple of coats, that should make this look a lot more like that natural character. Okay guys, so with giving this multiple coats, I've accidentally gone over some of the flesh parts. So I need to top that up again with number 61 Humbrol flesh colour. Okay guys, so for the next part there seems to be a darker brown colour leading down here on her legs. So I'll just go ahead and paint that with regular dark brown acrylic. Okay guys, so I'll go ahead and I'll leave that to dry. Okay guys, so for the next part we're going to do the same but with the backpack. Okay guys, so for the next part I need to paint this part here and this part here and also the underside as well. Okay guys, so for the next part, the character, even though she's got like blonde hair, she does have these like creamish colour highlights. So in order to get that across in this model, I'm going to use some of this, which is soft cream from Wilko's, and I'm just basically going to use a stiff brush, and I'm just going to gently dry brush some of the cream highlights onto some of the hair pattern. Okay guys, so for the next part I'm going to start making some detailing on the eyes. So I'm going to start with laying some medium blue. Okay guys, so while we're waiting for the blue to dry, I'm going to go in with a little bit of red watercolour, and I'm just going to add a little tiny little bit of shading on some of the darker skin parts. Okay guys, so for the next part I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to super glue these parts here to the sides. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and leave that to dry. Okay guys, so now that the main figure has been painted, now for the next part we're going to go ahead and we're going to seal the paint job with some matte varnish. Okay guys, so as you can see there, the matte varnish has sealed the paintwork in nice and lovely. So for the most part I'd say that these two parts are fully painted and done. So this video is getting a little bit on the long side now, so I thought I'd call this part 1 of the build done. Please join us back in part 2 where we'll be scratch building a base / diorama, so we get the overall look from the introductory scene from the film. So I'm thinking about creating that out of either wood or 3D printing parts. I haven't really decided yet. It'll probably be the 3D option. So yeah, join us back for part 2 where we'll be hopefully building it up to a finished product. So if you've enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and share on Facebook and Twitter, because it helps new people find the YouTube channel, which I'm always appreciative of. Thank you for your help. If you have any comments, comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And don't forget to hit the subscription button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on future builds. So once again, I'm Francis Gray and this is Orga the Android. And thank you for watching and see you next time. Thank you very much and goodbye.